Baseball with the Bard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this July 10th episode of Baseball with the Bard. I'm your host, Noah Gerard Cross. Joining us today, Tyler Bard. As usual, Tyler, how are we doing, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. How you doing?
We're good, man. As you know, the summers are busy for Mr. Magician with camp and whatnot. This last week was wild. We had, the big hurricane come through, had to send people home early, unfortunately. But, we did the right thing. Obviously, keeping everyone safe is the number one priority. So you had to do it.
That's it. Definitely. You were very, very busy this last few days. And it's just nice that we actually found a time that I could get you on here.
Hell yeah, man. We got to get together and bring the world baseball, right? Baseball. It's been a while is right. We miss you guys. We're here to deliver some baseball-packed action. As a reminder to everyone, we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube at Bard and Cross Entertainment, and Twitch at @TBard_. That's it. @TBard_, folks. Short, sweet, and to the point.
That's it. We made it easy. T-Bard, for some reason, wasn't available, which I guess that's not that unbelievable. Because, you're on Twitch. There's a lot of gaming that goes on there. Bard is probably a pretty usable name that people use in their name. So I'm not shocked it was taken. But we got this. Let's get some baseball action, my friend.
Hell yeah, man. And we're going to kick things off with a pop, no pun intended here, with the 2021 Home Run Derby bracket. There's a little bit going on here that Tyler and I don't like, but we'll talk about it. It's going to be good regardless, right? You have Ohtani versus Soto in round one. Also in round one, Salvador Perez versus Pete Alonso. So you have the Angels versus the Nationals, the Kansas City Royals versus the Mets. Cool. You have Joey Gallo versus Trevor Story. So you have the Texas Rangers versus the Colorado Rockies. And you have Matt Olson of the Oakland Athletics versus Trey Mancini of the Baltimore Orioles. Odd.
That is a weird one, but it's a nostalgia hit.
I get it.
Why they did that.
I get it. And I'll be honest, I hope Mancini does well. I really do. I'm actually pulling. Oh, you went to a Red Sox game recently. Okay. I like it. Who won, if you don't mind telling me?
Come on, you don't have to ask that question. It was obviously the Red Sox.
Shut up, Tyler. You don't know that for a fact. All right.
It was obviously the Red Sox.
It could have been one of the 12 times they lost so far this season. But yeah, Tyler, what do we think here? Trey Mancini, let's start with that. That's something, it's a nostalgia pick, but Mancini is slugging, okay? He's hitting well. The guy has 15 home runs, and his slugging percentage right now is, okay, never mind, it's kind of low. But he has 15 home runs.
And it's Trey freaking Mancini, so you can't be upset that Trey Mancini's getting this spot. If it was someone like Aaron Judge in that spot, I think people would be complaining a lot less because he's such a beast.
Sure.
But yeah, it's definitely a cool pick. I think what Aaron Judge had said, he was asked to be in the Derby. He said when it comes to New York will be the next time he's in a home run Derby. Yeah. Which, we don't have one planned for next year, so let's get on that. Let's have a home run Derby in New York, please, because I would like to go.
1,000%. All-Star game and home run derby. I am fucking there. And then you also have to think. Judge has 20 home runs, right? Also, another person that said no was Vlad.
Yeah, that makes sense though. He's already starting the All-Star game. I wouldn't expect a lot of the starters to do it. Shohei Ohtani is just made of titanium.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he's going to be doing the home run derby and potentially getting the start in the All-Star game. And hitting DH. So, holy cow. That is a cool matchup.
Now, Ohtani is absolutely killing it, as we've said before. His home run counter, folks, just a BTW, is up to 33. Yeah, most in the majors. God. The second most is Vlad with 28. Vlad and him were tied for a while, and Ohtani just took off in the last.
Did we lose you?
The last 2 weeks.
There you are. You're back.
Batting average 279. Can you hear me? I'm here.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit, but you just came back.
Okay. Batting average of 279 with 33 home runs. Just absolutely unbelievable.
Mashing the ball. His most recent home run, dear Lord. He turned on a ball that was on his hand. the ball was in on his hands, and he was like, that's easy enough.
Yeah. Let me put this 465 feet. I think that one was. Unreal stuff from him. But let's go through the bracket here, Tyler. Let's make a bracket. Go ahead.
All right.
You slap that back up. So Ohtani versus Soto. Who you got?
You know me, I'm an upset guy, and this is the one that I think is going to piss everyone off in the home run derby. So I'm taking Juan Soto.
Nah, no way. Ohtani all day, every day.
I think Ohtani's going to swing out of his shoes, and he's going to miss a lot because he's going to try to impress. Where Juan Soto's like, all right, move. This is my time to shine.
How about this? Will Ohtani have the longest home run of the night?
Of course, he's going to hit one like 508.
Yeah, I think it's in the match. I'm still gonna go Ohtani for round one. So you're taking Soto, I'm taking Ohtani. All right. What about Perez versus Alonso?
I'll take the polar bear.
Same, Alonso. All right. So we have Ohtani, Alonso, or when you took Soto, but let's just say it was Ohtani, Alonso. Who would you go with?
If it was Ohtani, Alonso, I'm gonna stick with the polar bear. He's been there before.
All right. What about Soto, Alonso?
Soto, Alonso. For the same reason, I would take Alonso. He's been there before.
Really? All right. I'm putting Shohei in the finals. I think that's pretty obvious.
I mean, I think everyone's going to put Shohei in the finals.
I think so too. So let's go over to the other side here. Gallo versus Story.
Hometown boy, Trevor Story, bring it home, my guy. We want Trevor Story.
I don't know. Gallo's a monster, dude.
I get it, but Trevor Story is my pick to win it all.
Really? All right.
Yes.
I'm going to go Gallo. Then Olsen versus Mancini. Who you got?
I mean, this I don't give a damn, but for the nostalgia pick, or for the feel good pick, I'll take Trey Mancini.
Me fucking too.
Yeah.
All right, Gallo. All right, so if it was Gallo, Mancini, who would you go with?
Gallo.
All right, and Story, Mancini, I imagine same.
Story, yeah.
Okay, I would go Gallo as well. Right. Let's just say the final was either going to be Shohei Alonso versus Gallo. Or
so who are you taking overall, I guess would be the question here, because we have two completely different brackets.
We do. I would go I think Ohtani's going to win the whole thing. I think he's going to continue the tear he's been on and just literally being the greatest baseball player to ever walk the earth.
If he wins the home run derby and pitches a scoreless outing in the All-Star game and continues this streak, is he the very obvious pick for MVP this season?
I think he's MVP even if he doesn't do that.
I mean, pitchers never win MVP.
He's not a pitcher, though. He's like he leads the league in home runs.
But you know how many writers are going to be like, man, well, they have Cy Young, so there's no need for us to give him another award.
What have we said about the writers in the past?
I get that it's wrong, Noah. I understand that it's the incorrect opinion, but that's just probably what will happen. For God's sakes, there was a Boston writer who wasn't going to vote for Mariano Rivera to go into the Hall of Fame. Like they have a stupid principle. He ended up doing it, but like I said earlier, I am taking Trevor Story, the 7 seed, to win the entire home run derby.
All right.
We've seen Trevor play live a few times here for one of our minor league teams. So Trevor Story, you're my guy. I'm taking you all the way to the end and knocking Shohei Ohtani off of his high horse and making that crowd boo you. The newest villain in baseball, Trevor Story. Everyone's going to hate him if he beats Shohei in the finals.
I'll be honest. I think the final will be Gallo Ohtani, but we'll see. One thing that we can both agree on, though, is the fact that Ohtani and Soto are in round one is stupid.
Yeah. So my final, by the way, is Juan Soto, Trevor Story.
Okay. Yep. My final is Gallo Ohtani. So, but we could both agree that Ohtani and Soto meeting round one is kind of dumb.
Yeah. No, it is definitely dumb.
So
they should have put Juan Soto on the other side, so we could have had Juan Soto versus Shohei.
Exactly. Thank you.
But that's not what happened, and oh well.
We'll see. Honestly, if anyone's going to be the upset and beat Ohtani, it'd probably be Alonso. But we'll see where that goes. Alonso's nasty. Like Alonso, he beat Aaron Judge's rookie record for home runs because he tried to hit home runs and he did.
Right.
Like, he can just do it.
52 or 53 that season.
Something like that.
By one.
Yeah.
So it was very close. And it's for rookie home runs. But no, this Shohei's might get like the home run record if he continues at the pace he's going on right now.
Yeah,
so
we'll
see.
It's gonna hit like 65. But
God,
that's unreal. I mean, the fact that he has 33 right now is unreal. But anyway, speaking of things that are unreal, some of the names, Tyler, being tossed around for the trade market over in New York might be shocking to many. Jordan Montgomery is one, the Yankees starting pitcher.
Not as shocking as the next name we're talking about, but this is big too.
I mean, it is, right? He hasn't been insanely consistent this season, but he's good. So I mean, his ERA is 4.16. He's 3-4 right now.
Right.
He's not pitching a gem every time he goes out there. But this name and the man on your screen, Chad Green, that is unreal. Chad Green,
him would be abysmal.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's even a little bit of a thought if you're the Yankees to let that man go. He's sporting a 2.14 ERA. He is 3-4 on the season with appearances out of the bullpen. He has had a few shaky outings, but it's been shaky outings where he's in a position where I just feel like he shouldn't be.
Right. These losses that he's getting are games where he's coming in for your starting five who are in a losing situation. I put him in with the bases juiced. And then he gives up a grand slam. So those 3 runs that tie the game aren't his, but the 1 run that takes the lead is. And it's bullshit, the reason that he gets these losses when it should be going to the starting pitcher.
Exactly. So it's those types of things that are happening to Chad Green and then putting him in the game with like a tie. And again, I feel like Chad Green's a closer at this point. That's odd. Other names. We talked about Jordan Montgomery, Monty. We talked about Chad Green. This name is also a name that's on the list, and this hurts me. This hurts me.
Makes no sense.
Tyler, do you know what I just freaking bought?
Oh, I know. Well, that's why you don't buy jerseys, Noah. You don't buy.
I literally can't buy a jersey for someone I like. Gio Urshela supposedly is around the trade rumors of someone that could possibly be moved.
Literally how?
It makes no sense. I'd move Glaber before I move Gio. All day. All fucking day. I mean, what do we think of this? I mean,
he's the best player on the New York Yankees right now. That's not him. That's Stanton.
I'd say, I listen, Judge is the best player in New York on the Yankees.
I 100%.
He is though. His numbers don't lie. I mean, Judge is the best.
Great, but he's been good for a month, and he's going to suck after the All-Star break. So, Gio Urshela is your consistent player.
He is consistent.
And the plays he makes in the field are insanely impressive.
All day.
Insanely impressive.
Yeah.
Judge didn't make those diving catches as often this year. Where if he's making a play to his left down the line, you're still expecting Gio Urshela to get the out at first.
Exactly.
Which is insane because the plays to his right, our left as a batter, that's not an easy play to make at third. You're throwing that thing 90 to 95, 96, 97 feet, depending how far you've had to travel for that ball. To get someone out at first is insane with that throw because not only are you throwing it that far, you have to absolutely gun it. And if you bounce it, good luck. You probably ain't getting them out.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've also seen him make amazing plays at short. And those are also plays Glaber isn't making.
No.
Glaber is not making those plays. So it's just stupid. It's kind of asinine, to be honest, that he's even a question. Like there were 2 names that were tossed around, and it was like Frazier and Glaber, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the Yankees said that they wouldn't move those 2, which I'm like, why not?
The only thing I can understand with them moving him instead of Glaber is time on the team. And maybe they believe that Glaber will improve when he doesn't have the competition of another young gun right there. So that's the only thing. Listen, I'm trying to think like the Yankees.
The Yankees are worse without Gio. They're going to do the same thing to themselves that they did when they let Didi walk and go to the Phillies. They're left with somebody who is a B player at that position now, right? Not an A player, a B player at the position. His bat is garbage, and now they're scrambling to find someone to put there. Who are they going to go to if they trade Urshela? Andujar?
I mean, no, because Andujar was literally right before we started put on the injured list.
Exactly.
He's out again. So I don't understand what the thought process is. But when do we understand what the thought process is of the New York Yankees this season?
Never.
They are in my opinion, behind the Pirates, even though they're winning, they're only winning because of the talent they have. Scrambling and getting games put together. That is the only reason they're winning. Everyone from above the team is to blame. And I disagree with what Hal Steinbrenner and other management are saying, that it is the players' fault that this team is losing. Bullshit. It is from you to Aaron Boone. Everything in between there is the problem, not the players. Exactly. And I am defending the Yankees right now, yes, because they are damn good players. And I hate when a captain won't go down with his ship or take responsibility. So, Hal Steinbrenner, this one's on you.
1,000%. Couldn't agree more. But one interesting thing is the teams that are interested in these players apparently are the A's, Braves, and Brewers.
That's nuts. If they get any of those, anyone from your team that those guys get makes them a ridiculous contender.
Precisely. I mean, the Brewers and A's are already contenders. The Braves are your contenders as well.
Where the hell did the damn they didn't do anything except for Jackie Bradley Jr. And suddenly really they're the greatest damn team in the world. I mean, I guess that they already had the talent. They just couldn't bring it last year for whatever reason. But damn, they are killing it lately.
The Brewers are very, very good right now.
Dave's happy.
Oh, Dave, yeah, absolutely. Our buddy Dave Palladino, big Brewers fan, loves the Brew Crew. What's their record right now? The Brewers are, they're 53-37.
Yeah, man.
That's really good. That's really good.
They're nuts. If y'all could stay away from the Red Sox record, I would appreciate that. I've enjoyed being at the top of the totem pole.
The Brewers are really good, and we
like the Brewers here.
Hold on. Listen, I love the Brewers. I'm a big fan of the Brewers. I love their logo. The logo, if you ask me, is probably the best in the game.
Yeah,
besides the Yankees. Shut up. The Brewers are in first place above the Reds, second place Reds, by 6 games.
That's nuts. I mean, I think the Sox are something similar. I'm fairly
certain.
They're
only up by 2.5.
Oh, the Rays are catching up now.
Yeah, they're only up by 2.5.
Bastards. Oh, we're 6. I think we're like, how many are we up?
1.5. You're up by 1.5.
Oh boy, they're catching up.
Yankees are catching up too, man. Only 8.5.
Yeah, only 8.5. We'll see. 8.5 was enough to keep you guys at bay for the entire 2018 season.
Literally. So. No, they're not doing nothing. So, with that being said, some crazy trade rumors going on.
Oh, God, yeah.
Speaking of crazy, let's talk about this catch here, Tyler, from Billy Hamilton.
Oh, are you kidding me with this, man?
Just play it. Just play it.
Yeah.
Who needs eye drops? 1-0 into center field. Hamilton.
Oh,
wow. A make-your-own slip and slide for Billy Hamilton. Come on! Like it's his backyard. That is unreal.
Well, first of all, you're getting some awful footing. And second of all, he gets a great break on this ball and somehow runs it down.
Unbelievable. Look at him laying there like that. There's no other way to he's just
all he could be doing there is going, oh.
Yes. Did I just do that? Is like the thought that I feel like is going through his mind.
The amount of air he must have knocked out of his body. For those of you who are audio listeners only and do not watch the videos live or archived, I mean, damn. Billy Hamilton, you talk about Superman catch, left his feet and caught the ball whilst in midair, landed as a belly flop on the warning track and slid about 8 feet into the wall and came up a very dirty boy.
Absolutely. But one thing that nobody realized in the moment was that catch was a little familiar.
Yeah, honestly, just
a little familiar to this catch by Aaron Hicks just a couple years prior. Can we watch that one, please, Tyler?
2-1. Kepler lines that in the air to left center. Hicks on the run, dives, and he made the catch. He made the play. Oh my goodness, what a catch from Aaron Hicks to end it. 14-12 the final on a sensational leaping, lunging grab and a fitting finish to an unforgettable night. I didn't think there was any way he was going to get there.
So again, unbelievable catch. Now, what's crazy about both of those catches is both of those catches happened at Target Field. Both of those catches happened in the ninth inning. Both happened in the same spot on the field.
Yeah.
And both were off of number 26's bat, Max Kepler of the Minnesota Twins.
That guy's got to be so sick of having beautiful hits into the gap and left center field. And here I go, toting the Yankees, carrying the Yankees bat bag for him. But dear God, Noah, who's the number one Yankee who I hate?
Aaron Hicks.
That is my all-time favorite outfield catch I have seen in a long time, because not only was that catch impressive, it ended one of the most incredible games I have watched in a very, very long time. It put a nail. If that ball the game was over.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, if that ball touched down, game over. If he caught the ball, game over. So whatever happened there, the game was decided. He catch it, Yankees win. Drop it, Yankees lose. Probably. I mean, if it was an incredible play, that
would have been bang, bang.
It would have been like, oh, just barely. But holy hell, both of these catches, just beautiful.
Great catches. So that catch by Billy Hamilton, I mean, that's going to be the catch of the year. If anyone makes anything.
Nimmo had a crazy catch today, dude.
I did see Nimmo's catch. That
Nimmo
catch
climbed that wall. He climbed the wall and brought it back. Holy hell.
I still think Hamilton has the catch of the year, at least to this point.
It's up to Aaron Hicks. I don't think even won that year. I'm pretty sure they gave it to Trout.
No, he did.
Robin a home run.
No, I think he had number one. He had number one.
Oh, I mean, damn, man. Holy hell.
Easily. I mean, that Hicks catch.
To me, there's nothing like it, but it's Aaron Hicks versus Mike Trout. We're talking writers here.
Yeah.
Who make these votes. Yep. Again, here they come again, those damn writers.
So definitely Billy Hamilton made that amazing catch. And let's go over to someone who makes an amazing call. Vladdy does a lot of things, hits a lot of home runs, has an amazing average of like 340. I'm pretty sure it's around right now. But the other night, he called his shot. He was walked to first base, and then this exchange took place, and then this happened.
I'm surprised they throw you strikes still. Now you got to steal second.
Hell no, I can't, bro. Now Richard hit a double.
Now you gotta dig.
Hit hard down the line, base hit. Got to play at the plate, diving in. Oh, Vlad's in.
He just told me Grichuk's gonna hit a double. I'm gonna score from first. That's exactly what he just told me. Man of his word.
You doing it like Vlad Jr. right now. Vlad Jr. is a baller when it comes to baseball right now, an absolute gamer, and I love to see it. He is going to outpace his father by momentous numbers. And for those of you, again, who weren't watching it there, Vlad Guerrero, as he said, as Noah said, was walked to first, and he said to, I forget who the first baseman was, but he said to the first baseman, or the first baseman told him, oh, you should try to steal second here. And he said, no, I can't. I'm too slow. But, Semion's going to hit a double here. Grichuk's going to hit a double here, and I'm going to score from first. And literally, it's exactly what happened.
And he did. He scored
literally exactly what happened. It calls me back to an old prediction I love. Blue Jays broadcast. This new guy had just come up to the major leagues, and they asked this analyst, like, got any predictions for the game? And he says, yeah, I think the new guy, he's going to come up. He's going to get his first home run for the day. He's going to hit his second deck on a 2-1 count. He's going to, or on a 3-1 count, and he's going to rip it to left field. They go, oh, any seat prediction? He goes, yeah, probably like first, second row. It literally gets to a 3-1 count, and the announcer's like, I have never been more excited in my entire life. And what happens on the 3-1 count? Rips it to left field, misses the front row by an inch of the second deck. I love it. Noah and I both have this wild intuition when it comes to baseball. Noah has witnessed it many times when I just sit back in my chair and go, Noah, oh, you're that way, Noah. Noah, uh-oh. I feel it. And he goes, no. And then home run. It happens more. I give myself a 60-40, maybe 75-25. I'm pretty accurate because I don't just throw it around willy-nilly. I wait for a moment that warrants it, except for that one where I called, who was it at Yankee Stadium?
Clint Frazier.
Clint Frazier. I'm like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, get prepared because Clint Frazier is going to hit a home run right here. And how many people laughed at me? Like 3 or 4
Literally
people.
everybody.
And
sure enough, and he whacked it. He hit it too. Like that was not.
And my reaction,
just stone face. Yep. And mine was, I think my most notorious was when I called JD's at Fenway.
Oh, when we were there, yeah, with Courtney Drew.
Yep, that was my claim to fame for calling a home run because I was literally just like, oh damn it, and you're like, well, I'm like, JD's gonna hit a fucking home run, and literally next pitch, I'm just like, this
that was game 161 too. That game was ridiculous. Last game of the season, Yankees were going to the playoffs. Red Sox were out, but Red Sox played their entire team. Yankees played no one, so it was an interesting day.
It was like 14 to like 13. Like the final score was stupid. But speaking of things that are a little nuts, these trade deadlines are approaching, and we'll speed through these a little bit because there's 20 of them that we just want to talk about. Rumors here. So Chris Bryant is one of them. Potential targets for him to be traded to are the Mets, Giants, and A's. So third baseman Chris Bryant. I mean, he's having a great season, right? His splits are 268, 349, and 498. With a WAR of plus 2.1, so that's not terrible. I mean, he's having a good season. I don't know if I see him fitting on the Mets, Giants, or A's though.
I don't know. He's such a Cub. He's such a Cub that it's hard to see him anywhere. If I'm gonna put him anywhere, it's on the Mets.
Okay, I could
for those teams, which would be just an absolute heartbreaker for Cubs fans, but I think that would make the most sense personally.
Exactly. Next up, huge name, Trevor Story, the shortstop for the Colorado Rockies. He's been on the trade boomer block for years now.
Yeah,
like it's been 3 years, right? That they've been like, oh, Trevor Story is probably going to get traded, and hasn't happened yet. The 3 potential fits, here: the Yankees, the A's, and the Reds. If he does go to the Yankees, could that be why Gio's moving on?
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. He's one of the best, if not the best, shortstop in the league. I mean, obviously, Xander Bogaerts, American League All-Star starter, got the start over him. But I mean, those slash marks, they tell the story altogether. Yep. So he's an incredibly consistent hitter. He gets a hit every single game. So you can definitely find a spot for him on the New York Yankees, but there's a team that is building. There's a team that is looking towards the future, and it is the Cincinnati Reds. And I can't think of a better spot for Trevor Story to land than right there.
Never mind. I can't see that. I can't even lie about it. I don't know. I don't
you
see
can't
Story
or you don't want to.
Both. I feel like Story is New York bound. That's just he's their guy.
Don't do it to me.
Come on. Let's be honest here though. Like the next name, Starling Marte, is also on the Yankees radar. He's on the Yankees, Phillies, and Nationals radar. But if I had to pick between the two of them, maybe Starling Marte a little more just because the Yankees would have to deal with Jeter again, and they like doing that. But I could totally see Story ending up in New York.
I mean, Starling Marte does not need to be on the Yankees. That is not a player you guys need to sign right now.
The only thing right now is they need the outfield depth because they're down Hicks. They're starting Andujar almost every day and left.
Yeah, but how many games have we been to where he's an absolute monster in left field lately?
I get it, but he still makes like bonehead throws sometimes. Like he's just not an outfielder. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say the same thing about JD Martinez. JD
Martinez at least mashes.
Sure, but Andujar, we know he can. He just needs to find his swing again. That is not the move. The Yankees, if they're going to go for someone, need to go for Trevor Story out of those two.
Okay. Next up, Joey Gallo from the Rangers. A little wild there.
Mind-blowing. That should never happen.
Well, the first team here, the Padres, the Giants, and then the Rays.
Not a single one of those teams needs any more players.
If Joey Gallo goes to the Rays, that's going to be a problem.
Well, yeah, because he can mash. He's proven he can mash at Fenway and Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
So that would be detrimental to the American League East opponents of the Rays. I guess if we're going to pick one off that list, the Giants make the most sense. The Padres don't need any help in the outfield. The Rays don't need any help in the outfield. So I think that's where I would put him. I mean, remember, Joey Gallo is also a multi-tool player. He can play first.
Yep.
So you can put him there too. So in that case, maybe he does go to the Padres and be a backup or a swap out so that they don't have to have what's his name, Moose, playing every day. You know,
I could see it. I was going to say the Rays, to be honest. I just think that the Rays are just a team that loves depth. So regardless of anything, they would just want him to be on the bench. So like when someone comes up in the National League, the American League Championship Series that they need to hit a home run, and he'll come up and just do it and then sit back down. Like I feel like.
Do you think the Padres would try to do the same thing though, to try and back up Haas?
I don't know. I don't see him being a fit in San Diego. I just don't see it. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I feel like
him in the pinstripes.
No, not the brown pinstripes. No, I just feel like him on the Rays would just be scary because the Rays have already turned around Mike Ford.
Yeah,
which makes me want to vomit. But that happened. So anyway, next up, Adam Frazier from the Pirates, White Sox,
All-star.
Yankees, Mets, and the Giants are all interested. I don't see why the Yankees would be interested in a second baseman, unless they're really just. I don't see
why the Red Sox aren't on this list.
I don't see Odor returning for 2021 unless he hits like a grand slam a game during let's say the Yankees do make the postseason and he wins the World Series for him, then maybe. But
how the hell the Red Sox aren't on this list blows my mind, Noah. Why? Like, we have a different second baseman every fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Every game, it's someone else. Kike Hernandez played second the other day. Like, what are we doing? If there's one position I want the Sox to trade for right now, I'd say pitcher first. But then a second baseman is something we need desperately.
Well, I mean, the Red Sox have Sale coming back soon. I mean,
at second we have people like Michael Chavis and Danny Santana can play second as well. And there's
Santana sucks.
Exactly. So there's someone like Adam Frazier, let's go.
I could see it, but I don't know. He's just not on their radar, so we'll see what happens when they get back to that. Craig Kimbrell. His ERA is 0.57.
Yeah, cool. For another month until he blows his arm out and blows about 7 saves in a row.
Well, that's good because the Astros are the top of the list, so that is fine with me. Yeah,
right.
Astros who desperately need someone good in their bullpen. A's, Phillies, and Blue Jays. I don't see him going with Blue Jays.
None of those are shocking. No. He's an absolute ass. So it would make sense for someone like Craig Kimbrell to end up on the Astros. So we'll see. We'll see. But I that's something I assume if he's going to get traded or end up somewhere when his contract does come up, Houston seems like a perfect fit.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, Ketel Marte. Now, this is a big name because his numbers are unreal.
He's ripping.
370 average right now. I'm pretty sure he has 20-ish home runs, and he's absolutely mashing. Player from the Diamondbacks, who are sellers 1,000% at the deadline because they got nothing to lose.
This is who the Yankees will be getting before the end of the trade deadline.
I agree 1,000,000,000%. I think
There's
the Yankees
no way the Yankees don't end up making a trade for him at the expense of Gio Urshela and either Chad Green or Jordan Montgomery.
No, I think the package, though,
player deal.
I think the package, though, is Green and Montgomery.
I mean, sure, but if you're going to make a broken-ass deal, the Yankees are going to take that to get Ketel Marte.
Yeah, but I know I agree. Ketel Marte, great hitter. It would definitely, juice up the Yankees organization. But he's still another righty.
That's fair. I mean,
that's my only thing. It's like I get it, great, whatever. Ketel Marte is amazing. They've been talking about him going to New York for a while. Everyone keeps talking about it, but again, he's still a righty. The Yankees have enough.
Listen, let's not talk of like we are the ones making the decision right now. Let's talk as if we are the Yankees management making a decision. They don't give a damn, obviously, about if it's lefty or righty. They're not talking matchups in the slightest right now. We had a lefty on the damn mound the other day, and they were like, or righty, and they don't match up for it. It's ridiculous. And we're just going to keep going in circles about Yankee management. They don't give a shit. So they're going to just sign the guy who's like, ooh, pretty numbers. Yeah, that one. And they're just going to sign him, and he's going to end up being on the team.
I could see it because that's just the Yankee way, right, as we all like to say. So that wouldn't surprise me in the least. Next up on the list, Jose Berrios of the Twins. Now, this one's a little wild here. The names are a little nuts. You have the Blue Jays, the Mets, the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Red Sox. But I saw an article 2 days ago that actually said they could see Jose Berrios ending up on the Yankees as a starting pitcher. Now, the Yankees pitching has been somewhat their strong suit. Post-Sicky stuff, not so much, and we'll get into that a little later when we talk about the Yankees and Garrett Cole. But I still think Berrios is going to end up on the Yankees. If not this season, next season, definitely. I don't think the Blue Jays need a pitcher. The Mets, maybe. The Giants, no. The Dodgers, definitely not. The Red Sox, they're getting Sale back, so I feel like it's just unnecessary.
They're getting Sale back, but who knows when.
So I think Sale will be back a month after the All-Star game.
Yeah, great. I'm glad that Chris Sale says he'll be back after the All-Star game. I'm going to wait until he's cleared to ever agree with something like that because he's so prone to injury that I don't trust it for a minute.
I get it.
I want him to pitch an entire simulated game, 90 pitches, and then I'll be okay with him coming back.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gonna take him a while to get to that point, but I guess another month probably.
If he can hit 90 with no tightness, no soreness, let's go. Come on back.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Nelson Cruz, a big bat. I'm surprised the Yankees don't want him. Fucking power righty. Let's get him. The Rays and the Athletics, not shocking. They're kind of crazy. I could totally see him doing it. So there's that.
Oops. Am I moving that?
No, that was me. I was putting it back. Anthony Rizzo, another person I just can't see leaving the Cubs.
Again, for one reason.
And of course, look who's on the list. Power righty.
There's
old guy, veteran, who wants him? The Yankees, of course. And the Brew Crew. But again, I don't see him. I don't see him leaving the Cubs. I don't care what anybody says.
This is, where I'm putting this guy. Rizzo's coming home. Rizzo is going to Boston, where he belongs. Back where he started.
You have JD Martinez. It would literally be a waste if he was in Boston.
He is coming to Boston.
They literally have nothing
Make Fenway Park his home.
The Red Sox do need a first baseman, so I guess.
Exactly. It is. Bobby Dahlbeck. Don't get me wrong, Bobby. I love you. You're my boy. But if I could have Rizzo, you're no longer my boy. So listen. Loyalty don't run until you're past your rookie season, my guy. So if we can get Rizzo in here, back of the line, son. Wait for your chance. Especially if we're on a postseason push. We don't need to keep his contract after that. Win a World Series and be like, see ya.
Yep, thanks for the year.
Yeah, bye. Not even. Thanks for
thanks for the clutch home run in the postseason.
Yep, thanks for winning Game 7 against the Dodgers or Padres. That's great. Yeah. Fantastic. Because those are the only two National League teams that have a chance at the World Series. So that's why I said those two names. If anyone else is there, let's make a bet right now. On the final episode, I'll take a dab of really hot buffalo sauce. How about that?
So when the Giants make the World Series, you'll take really hot buffalo sauce?
The Giants will lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Wow, I don't know about that.
It is an odd numbered year. There's no shot they're going to the World Series.
I think the Dodgers are going to choke.
I already said the Padres are going to win the World Series this year. So,
dude, that would be so awesome. I really want a ring. Anywho,
Fernando Tatis, Game 7, bottom of the 10th inning, walk-off solo home run.
Damn. All right, I'm going to speed through the rest of these here because
just go ahead, say a bunch of names, and then we can go into a little commercial break for CMG.
Love it. Kyle Gibson from the Rangers, Whit Merrifield from the Royals. That's a wild one. The Yankees are on that list. He's a good outfielder, so who knows where that could go. Taylor Rogers, really, really speedy. Danny Duffy, pitcher from the Royals. The Yankees are on that list. The Red Sox are also on that list. Kind of crazy. Richard Rodriguez from the Pirates, replacement pitcher. Carlos Santana, that's a big name. The Red Sox are on that list, and the Giants. Ian Kennedy from the Rangers. Michael Pineda. The Red Sox are on that list. That'd be weird. Michael Fulmer from the Tigers. Blue Jays are on that list. And then Trey Mancini from the Orioles. The Rays, Padres, and Brewers are on that list. I'd be so happy if Mancini went to the Padres and won a World Series.
He probably requested that.
That'd be amazing if he went. Imagine if he went to the Padres and won the World Series and got a ring.
There's no shot he didn't request that. Trey knows his health is not the best. So he's looking to go somewhere where he can win and be done and just remain healthy. So I would not be shocked if he made the request to be traded. And the Orioles to deny that would be jackasses. They know this team is not going to be good for the next 10 years.
Yep.
So that would be perfect for him to go somewhere else.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So those are the trade rumors. That's a lot going on there. I want to say this first. Just this crazy thing, and we'll talk about it a little more when we get back.
Yes.
Think about this, folks, while you're watching these ads. On July 15th, I'm sorry, not July 15th. That is wrong.
Is it not July 15th? Look how quickly I typed that.
Oh, no, it's July 15th, Thursday. Because the All-Star break, so you got to think, Monday the 12th, right? So in 2 days is the Home Run Derby. The All-Star game is on Tuesday. They're off Wednesday, and then Thursday – the Yankees are playing the Red Sox for the first game back after the All-Star break. The only game happening that day at 7 p.m. is Yankees-Red Sox. Yeah, rigged. Baseball's fake.
We're going to that game. I'm deciding it right now.
That's tough.
Noah, we're going to buy $10. Oh, my God. Luke Voigt just might have got hit in the head. I'm watching it live right now. Oh, my God. He ducked out of the way. He's okay. Holy cow. Dear God, that was close. That was literally a centimeter from his nose. Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyways, you were saying.
Anyway, so just thinking of things that are crazy awesome, like the Yankees and the Red Sox being the only team playing the first game back on Thursday from the All-Star break. Enjoy some of these crazy awesome ads from Clovercrest Media.
The Giants are running New York like the Times as Danny is dropping all sorts of dimes. Saquon's thighs are ruining defenses' lives and Leonard Williams making opposing QBs feel him. Receivers think it's scary to line up across James Bradbury, and the Giants have a bright future led by Coach Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Tune in to Drawing About the G-Men every Wednesday at 6, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Attention all basketball fans. CMG Sports presents the Posting Up Podcast, where Lucas Boldick, Sean Scanlon, and King Zay discuss the latest news and topics throughout the NBA. So, if you have a love for basketball, make sure you check out the Posting Up Podcast, live every Tuesday and Saturday on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also available for download on every podcast platform.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
High fly ball, right field. Grossman back, track, wall, see ya! Into the second deck. A grand slam the other way for Aaron Judge, and the Yankees are pouring it on.
For the latest news throughout the sports world, tune in to Sports Talk with R&J every Wednesday at 1 p.m.
The Cross'em Wrestling Entertainment Podcast, presented by Clovercrest Media, is what you AEW fans have been looking for. Noah Cross and Tyler Bard give their take on every week's episode of Dynamite. If you are a massive AEW fan, then it is time to join us every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Stay Cross'em.
I don't want it. Yo, chase the chicken, dude. Trust me. The best shit ever. Look, right, you ready? No, dude!
No, that's not worth it. That's not worth what you're about to do. What you're doing right now is not worth it. No. You stop it. No, hold on, Major. Wait. There's stuff that goes wrong when you act out of emotion. You just need to hold on and look at me. Just look at me. Don't go outside the zone. Just look at me. Look at my face. Your wife's here, and you're going to act like a child in front of your wife. Don't do it. Don't act like a child. You're a man. You are a grown man. Yes? Good. Bring it back. On shore. On shore, no more ooh-woos. On shore, no more ooh-woos. You bring it back home. You bring Major. That is not a threat, it's a promise. You come back here, young man. I am chasing you.
A lot of fun being had over on the T-Bard _ channel. That was me and my friend Major Nosebleed. Neither of us had, he had streamed it a few times, but I had never streamed Fortnite up to this point, Noah. That was the first time streaming it, and I said, who better than
surprising to
my
me.
Friend, the Major Nosebleed. We had such an incredible time playing, and you guys could be there too. Even though we didn't get a win, if you're taking Fortnite seriously at this stage in time, dear God, I pray for you. Have some fun with us over on the T-Bard _ channel. We just reached 300 followers this week, so we are at 306, I think. We might even be a little bit higher than that. But if I could for a moment, while we're live, and have some people listening in on the podcast post being live as well, I just want to push for my friend Dan Daman. That's DANDAMAN _. If you guys could go give him a follow, he is just a few follows away from reaching 100 followers, and he just hit affiliate, and he got new emotes done. So he is definitely grinding for all of you. If you guys could go check him out over there, that would be great. And you can also find us on my channel, T-Bard _ on YouTube at the Bard and Cross Entertainment page, and on Facebook on the Baseball with the Bard page.
Yes, so definitely go check out those awesome things on Twitch. And Tyler, I'm just going to give it back to you, buddy, because it's time for you to talk about your boys here, the Boston Red Sox.
The Red Snots. No, the Red Sox is actually fitting. We don't have to make up a dumb name for them this season because they're actually playing very well. On July 1st, the Red Sox were the first team in the American League to hit 50 wins. Absolute milestone for them, an exciting pace. This team, I've said it before and I'll say it again, feels a lot like the team from 2018. A band of misfit toys come together, having a lot of fun, and playing baseball together. The Sox established themselves atop the AL East right now. They're 55-34. After today, it would be 55-35 with a 1.5 game lead above the second place Rays. Their next 3 weeks will make or break them, period, is what Noah put on the end of that sentence. There's no way that they can get out of this if they or come back to the top if they do poorly in the 3 weeks following the All-Star break. Starting in August, Noah, the Sox are going to play 15 games, 12 of which are going to be against the AL East teams. There's a 3-game set against the Rays going from July into August. Dear God, that is going to be one of the most stressful series I have ever had to sit through in my life. Let me pull up that schedule really quick. Let's see. That is, thank God it's a weekend series. Your boy can watch. It is away, unfortunately, so it's at the Trop. But it is, the Sox do historically bad at the Trop. But hopefully they can pull something together there. And get a win streak going over those 3 weeks because they are going to need to do it there. It'll either cement themselves atop the East or they could have the great collapse like they had in 2011. And none of us, except maybe Noah and other Yankee fans, want to see that. What is this you put here as a question? Could this be the they weren't supposed to be good anyway time frame that you've been waiting for as a Yankee fan? I mean, that's a question I could frame or ask to you, Noah. Is this going to be the moment where the Red Sox, who have been inexplicably good, begin to crumble and show their true colors?
I'll be honest, I don't think so. It just doesn't make sense for them to crumble right now. I think that this will be the hardest 3 weeks of the season that they've had to this point. In terms of their schedule, in terms of who they have to play. They have 2 sets in the beginning of the month here with the Rays. Well, one at the end of July, one and then one in the beginning of August. So the Rays are a tough team to play. It doesn't matter where you're playing. They're going to play the Yankees. It seems like the Yankees might have figured out their ass from their elbow, but who knows again. They have the Tigers, whatever, but they have the Blue Jays again. Tough team to beat, man. Tough team to beat.
The schedule, man.
Yeah, and they have the Orioles, but again, it's the Orioles. So who knows? But I mean, you got to think about. Look, they go Tampa Bay, Tigers, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Blue Jays, Yankees, Rangers, Twins, Cleveland, and then Tampa Bay again, away again.
That's nuts, man. They've really got a tough schedule. I can't hide behind a schedule with the Red Sox like I usually can with the Patriots. I can't hide behind an easy schedule. The AL East has become one of the hardest divisions to win in. We've got the Yankees, who are just sluggers who could have a day and a half and beat you even on one of their worst days. The Rays next. The Blue Jays are just ridiculously strong in the batting game right now, and their pitching is pretty stellar as well. Then there's the Orioles. You'll get there. Take your time. It's okay. Someone in the family has to be bad at baseball, and it's you guys. I understand that eventually you might get your chance. It's just not yet. It's coming. And then of course the Red Sox, who are always this just thorn in the side of all these AL East teams. Even when the Red Sox aren't doing well, they can still kick the ass of the teams in the AL East because they know them. So, damn, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do moving forward here. But Noah, we were talking about trades earlier and some deadlines, and these 2 names right here, Bryant and Rizzo, are 2 names that maybe the Red Sox will fit the seller Cubs, and they can sign in with the Red Sox moving forward here. As we said earlier, Rizzo's hitting 246 with 10 home runs, and Bryant's hitting 268 with 16. I mean, those averages are super, super consistent, fit right into the lineup with the other hitting that is going on the Red Sox right now. So, I mean, I think the only batter who's hitting relatively worse than that on the Red Sox right now is Santana and Bobby Dahlbeck. So everyone else is hitting pretty damn consistent to what those 2 are doing. So that would be a wildly incredible signing. And then you have guys like this, Noah, with Adam Ottavino. I mean, this guy has worked so well for the Red Sox where he just couldn't get it done for the Yankees. 2.75 ERA, 42 Ks in 36 innings. The Sox are absolutely rolling with him right now. Noah, can I just say, when I went to the game with Drew and Sam, and they weren't taking our starter out of the game, we're all looking at the bullpen, looking at Ottavino like, how can we start? Get up. What are you doing? We're just like screaming at the bullpen. Like, this guy's been insane. And of course, when they finally put him in the game, what do? Bang, bang, bang. See you later. Sat him down. So It is an absolute beast. And if there was anyone that I would want out of the bullpen to go up against the Yankees, that's the guy. Because he's a guy who probably feels a little bit slighted by the Yankees and wants to do nothing more than beat those guys. But the Red Sox are looking incredible right now, except for today. Listen, everyone takes a day off. It's fine. And they're rolling. Can they take the first 3 weeks in August and keep this pace? No, I'm going to think they can. I mean, if they can do those, Detroit, that should be a win, but Detroit swept the Yankees, so who knows?
Yep.
So Detroit, Toronto, Tampa, Baltimore, that's an easy sweep. That'll be a good 3-game win. We got a crucial 2-game set against the Yankees. And then Texas, Minnesota, Cleveland. We could easily take 2 out of 3 from all 3 of those teams, and then back to Tampa at the end of the month. I think the Red Sox are on cruise control. They have the lead. They just need to win 2 out of 3 in every series from here on out, and they will be just fine.
All right, well, there you have it. I honestly think that they'll be just okay, too, but baseball's a weird game.
Yep, it ain't over till it's over, baby.
Hell no, it's not. And there's still a good
We've
amount of
seen it
season
many
left.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the game we went to this year, dude. The Red Sox should have had that game won right away, and the Yankees came back, and then the Red Sox ultimately won it. But it's not over till it's over in baseball. Anything can happen.
Absolutely. So speaking of the Yankees, let's hop over there to the boys in blue over in New York, the Pinstripers there. You have the Yankees at 45-42. Listen, that ain't cutting it a week before the All-Star break.
Not
in the
good for the
American League East. Not good for the Yankees, not good for the American League East, not even close. Jameson Taillon, though, had the best start of his season on Tuesday, where he went 7 innings, allowing 1 run and striking out 9. So he had a good start. He's still sporting an ERA of 5.05, but he had a good start. So
it's funny to hear you trying to be nice to Jameson Taillon because you have been nothing but mean to him all season.
Well, he had a good start, so I'll give it to him. But one guy I'm going to be super nice to, who has been literally the bright spot for the Yankees, is Nestor Cortes Jr., whose updated ERA, can I add, is, where is it? His updated ERA is 1.05. 1.05, folks. Yeah, guess who has the best ERA in New York? Yeah, Nestor Cortes Jr., because DeGrom's ERA is 1.08. So
this guy thinks it's the 80s, apparently.
Yeah, best pitcher in New York, obviously Nestor Cortes Jr. Anyway, he's definitely been the bright spot for the Yankees. He started the game for the Yankees last night and pitched 4 innings of shutout ball. He opened for the Yankees the other day because I guess the Michael King experiment wasn't working. He's also on the injured list and they needed someone else to go to. And Cortes has just been strong. He was out of nowhere, too. He just came in one day and struck out the side, and people were just like,
who's this guy?
The hell was that? And he's just been killing it ever since.
I mean, and just look at him.
Yeah, he's literally the bright spot.
Dad. He's just like dad bod, and he's just like, listen, kids, let me show you how it's done.
Yep.
I'm gonna win this game, and then I'll bring y'all out for popsicles after the game. Did we have fun today? Did we have fun? If we had fun, we can go get ice cream. That's this guy right now.
Literally, though, and he's been killing it. He was asked after the game yesterday if he would want to have a spot in the starting rotation eventually, and he said, "I'm just happy to be here." Was his answer. So,
boo, boo, get him off the team. Fuck you.
He's killing it.
Boo.
He said, "I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to win the game whenever I need to."
I mean, he kind of looked like a creative character from MLB The Show, so I would understand that would be his answer. He had a script, and he got to pick 4 answers. That makes sense.
Sure, that makes sense. So, from those bright spots, let's come back down to earth. Fuck is all I can say.
Let me just.
Yeah. Aroldis Chapman has an ERA of 4.55 overall. His ERA in the last 7 games, Tyler, is 16.88. Yeah. He has no command. No command of his pitches whatsoever. The Yankees put him in like 4 nights ago, when he was in a blowout, just to give him some work. Hopefully he can get a nice quick 3 outs and have a little bit of a pep in his step. Yeah, almost shit the bed. Loaded the bases.
Almost shit the bed. Hold on. Noah, I think you're being really nice to him right now because he did, in fact, shit the bed more than once in these last few weeks, and it has been absolutely insane.
He gives that one a ride. Deep right field. We are tied.
That one was the worst.
That was. Are you absolutely? Let me just hold on. He should have never been in that game.
Yes.
There was no reason. You're winning by 4. You're winning by more. He's a closer. And you're putting him in a game where he's like, I don't give a fuck. That's not a save.
Well, also, he didn't load the bases, I'm pretty sure.
No, he did. He got 1 out.
He loaded himself?
Walk.
Okay. So, I mean, honestly, though, the amount of money he makes.
Grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you put him in the game for? There's no pressure.
Yep.
He's the one who made the pressure. He made it a pressure situation. That's what Craig Kimbrell used to do because they're idiots. At that point, it became a save because now all those runs are on base. So now technically it's a save, and he still blew it. And that ball, watch this. No, I know you don't want to watch it again, but just watch where this pitch was, okay?
He gets.
Joking me? What were you
A
thinking?
changeup, too. A guy who can throw 105, a changeup right there.
Throws this itsy-bitsy changeup. That is the exact same pitch that he threw to Jose Altuve that caused this picture to be one of the most famous ones in the league. What in the world was he thinking there with the bases juiced, hanging a breaking ball? This guy's a mistake, and he shouldn't be your closer anymore.
No, I agree. I said it before. I think Britton is the next closer for the Yankees. Zach Britton, I think it would be a great closer. Again, Green's also a closer. And Jonathan Loizaga, he closed last night. And
They're all good.
He was put on the COVID list today, though, unfortunately.
Great, but he'll be gone for 10 days, and he'll be back.
Yeah, not even. No.
Great, the All-Star break will be done,
That's true.
He'll be back.
Yeah,
so
he will.
This guy right here, this shit-eating grin, giving up a walk-off to Jose Altuve ass-looking guy, should not be on the Yankees anymore. That is easy trade value. And if the Yankees want someone good, there's your guy right there. See you later.
Yep.
I hate it.
Next up, just a little bit. Next up is Garrett Cole, and you can see his splits there, pre-sticky stuff crackdown, post-sticky stuff crackdown, 4.69 ERA in the last 7 games. Wouldn't say he's keeping his team in it. ERA has spiked. WHIP is spiked. His K through 9 has gone down. His wins, losses have been abysmal. Definitely not what the money they paid him to be. He's not doing that. That's the one thing is, it's a lot going on. The team as a whole played well against the Mariners. Great. They took 2 out of 3 from a team who's 46 and 42, while the Yankees themselves should be pushing 55-plus wins right now. At this point in the season, that's just the team that everyone thought they were going to be. So that gives you burning questions. Will Chapman figure it out, Tyler? Yes or no?
No, he's a jackass. And he's a stubborn jackass. He is someone who I think needs to be cut.
I will agree. I don't think Chapman's going to figure it out. I don't like his command is just bad. Like he hasn't even had if he had a bad appearance, everyone does. Like even if he just had 2, he's been consistently awful. He has been consistently awful.
Yeah,
out of the bullpen lately.
Insanely bad.
Yeah, and then Cole. You think Cole will figure it out?
I mean, Cole is proving it as we speak that he is going to figure it out. Cole right now against the Houston Astros has 8 innings, 2 hits, no runs given up, no earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, and they're putting him in to close the game out. So he's going to pitch a complete game right now against the Astros. They are not even warming up a pitcher in the bullpen right now. He is going to win this game and prove that he doesn't need the sticky substance unless somehow he had some. But we'll see because the Astros and their way of staying in the headlight are going to be like, they probably cheated. Cole is still the guy, and he is going to continue to prove it. He just needed about a week and a half to 2.5 weeks to adjust to not having this shit, and he is coming back strong, and he's showing it right now. He's insane. He's got 101 pitches through 8 innings. Like he's absolutely killing it right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think Chapman won't figure it out. I'm certain Cole will figure it out. He's just got to get to that new point of where he's going to be with his pitches and grips and whatever else. And Cole, unlike Chapman, has had good appearances 6 to crackdown.
Sure.
Like Cole has had that. Even the first game after was bad. The second game after was against the Blue Jays. He did great. Struck out Donaldson twice and got him to fly out. And Donaldson was one of his biggest critics when it came to the sticky stuff. And now against the Astros, who are a great hitting team this year, he's mowing them down through.
He's smoking them right
8
now.
innings. So I think that'll definitely happen. So there's a lot going on in the world of baseball. Very excited to get to talk some baseball again, folks. Enjoy the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby. We'll come back and talk about both of those on next week's episode. Short All-Star break. It's not much of a break. It's like very, very short. That's it. Yankee Sox
Monday,
get 3
Tuesday,
days.
Wednesday, and you're done.
Get your ass back on the field. But hey, you know what? I'll take it because that just means more baseball.
One more thing before we end, Noah. Speaking of the All-Star break and about this 3 days off, Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman, you're both a bunch of bitches saying that it's because you want to spend time with your family. Screw you. And Dusty Baker also blew your fucking story out of the water before the game tonight, saying, they both want to be there. And I was like, why did you just say that out loud? You literally are an absolute idiot. Dusty Baker, I've lost all respect for on the Astros. He defends this team, even though he doesn't ask. He'll be asked a question like, "Are you boys going to win tonight?" Like, well, they never cheated. Like, all right, great, fantastic. So, Astros, you're a bunch of bitches, and I'm glad none of y'all are being represented in the All-Star game.
Well, there you have it, folks. With that being said, if you love podcasts, make sure you visit clovercrestmedia.com for a wide selection of podcasts covering sports, politics, true crime, relationships, real estate, and so much more. There are over 28 shows on the hashtag CMG Network, and if you don't find one you like, you can start one of your own for as little as $15 per month. Clovercrest Media is the website to visit. Make sure you check it out and tell your friends all about it. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Noah Cross. That's Tyler Bard. And this was your weekly baseball podcast, Baseball with the Bard. Enjoy the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby. We'll see you next time. Gotta love baseball.
Let's go, Story!
Time for Baseball with the Bard.